Yo, yo. Yo, I see y'all in here. I see y'all. We getting ready in a minute. Hold up. And I got the audio fixed. I should be crispy and clean. Let me make sure I'm crispy. Let me make sure Nick crispy. Yeah, I'm crispy and clean on that bit. What's happening with y'all, man? What's good? We finna start this shit off right. Let me make sure. Let me get on here. Make sure none of my folks popping in. I didn't get no what's the names today. Oh. Let's go. Let's make sure that's on here. What's good with y'all though, man? I see y'all made it through another week of this bullshit. You know. Anyway, we got a cool last little show for y'all, man, today. So without further ado, let's get started, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, PG the Hustler, man. Back with another episode of Talkin Shit. And it is episode 84. 84, right? Yeah, 84. Damn. When are we gonna do at 100? Hey, man, shout out to Dirty Red, man. Y'all see I ain't been touched up in like 2 weeks, man. My barber, man, got to get well, man. I hope he doing better, man. But I'll be back right next week on y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. Anyway, man, we going to just kick it off, man, and just get this thing started, man. I got my blunt. I'm finna roll up another one. Y'all kick back. Y'all check out some of this crazy shit going on. I got my drink. You know what I'm saying? See, I drink my pinky up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's a Halloween episode. This shit gonna be spooky. And the spookiest shit we gonna start off with is this nigga Dwight Howard forcing himself on a motherfucking man. Lord have mercy. Cool Lord have mercy.
Howard accused
Let's go.
of forcing himself on a man, doesn't deny the encounter, denies the nature of the encounter. So let's put it up for a mass. A man named Stephen Harper has accused Dwight Howard of assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment, according to the narrative. This took place in 2021. Howard, per the lawsuit, allegedly performed sexual acts that Harper did not consent to. The former NBA star admitted communicating with Harper on Instagram before eventually meeting him. Harper provided text messages and Uber receipts to prove he did hook up with Howard at the player's residence. Harper reportedly visited Howard on July 19th, 2021, per Radar Online. According to the three-time Defensive Player of the Year, the sexual acts that happened that day were all consensual. They were all consensual. Stephen Harper, though, argued that was not the case. In his complaint, Harper wrote that Superman was also brought a man dressed as a woman who wanted to be called Kitty, Kitty. He did not want to join the sexual activity that Kitty and Dwight Howard were undertaking, but was allegedly forced by the former NBA star, to do so. Harper went to police a year later, according to a July 2022 incident report from the Gwinnett County Police Department, which was obtained by ESPN. No charges have yet been filed. Quote, this report was made following Mr. Harper being blocked from social media and after the first demand for payment was rejected, Bailey said. In Georgia, the statute of limitations for filing this type of civil suit is 2 years from the date of incident. So there are other claims in the past. Let's put it up. It is interesting to note in 2018, Massin LJ claimed he dated Howard before he found out that the former NBA player was sleeping with a transgender woman. Okay. He then claimed that Howard and his pastor threatened and harassed him online. The author and entrepreneur also alleged that Howard wanted him to sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, and accept hush money. And a lawsuit proceeded and who denied against Howard, who denied knowing him personally at that time. All right, so we shall see how this shapes out. Obviously, there's no issue with whatever sexual orientation a person may have, none at all. But obviously these allegations are disturbing at face value. All right, we'll bring updates as they come. Indisputable is still the fastest growing news show in America. We tell the truth on Indisputable because the truth is indisputable. Listen, no matter what you do, don't allow the politics of ideology to evaporate the soul that still exists inside of you. They don't stop, I don't stop. Racism won't stop, I won't stop. Systemic bias stop. People still need criminal justice systems reformed, so I won't stop. You won't stop either.
Okay, so I don't know, man. I ain't really got too much to say about Dwight Howard. He's a repeat offender. In my book. I mean, all the way from before the pandemic. Like, this is not nothing new to him. He just, somebody just trying to beat his pockets up. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. But we out of here, man. We gonna go to the next one. Oh, shit. That's crazy. Y'all know that nigga repeat offender.
Shooting deaths of 2 people found after a house fire in Akron. Police say both a 44-year-old woman and a 38-year-old man died as a result of gunshot wounds Monday evening. This was at a home on Lansing Road.
News 5's Brent Caswell has the latest details about the investigation and reaction
this
from
in the
neighbors.
city, y'all.
911 calls flooded in from neighbors Monday evening after reports of loud noises and smoke billowing from a home on Lansing Road.
I have heard either gunshots or something and like an explosion.
I just 10 good gunshots and they just caught the house on fire.
Once fire crews responded to the home, Akron police say they found 44-year-old Christina Spigner laying in the driveway, shot multiple times in the head and torso.
Saw an active fire, quite a bit of smoke, and then immediately saw a woman down on the ground unresponsive, and we determined she was dead by a gunshot wound.
Once the fire was contained, investigators then found 38-year-old Jonathan DeFord dead in the basement of the house.
And discovered him in the basement with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the head.
Miller says both Spigner and DeFord had an on and off relationship, adding Akron police had responded to the address multiple times in the past.
There have been additional calls to the house for disturbances and things of that nature. And that culminated into that tragic event last night.
Although a neighbor tells me this incident is tragic and that her family was terrified last night, she says this incident does not define this Akron neighborhood. Destiny Denton says she's not worried for her family or her family's safety.
We do still feel safe because it's not randomized. It's obviously something that happened in-house, and it's devastating. I mean, there's no way around that. You know, it's really, really sad to see what happened and to hear that happen.
Akron Fire's arson unit is now investigating the house fire. Tuesday, the medical examiner confirmed DeFord shot himself, and police believe it was a murder-suicide situation.
Investigators believed early on that this was possibly what that was. Upon finding the body, it almost punctuated what they had believed in the beginning, was that this is a tragic outcome for sure, and then the suspect took his life as well.
Akron police ask if you know any details about this incident to give them a call. Reporting in Akron, Bryn Caswell, News 5.
Yo, listen, man. Listen, man. Mental health is serious, man. This shit, that shit devastating. Like, that shit's crazy, yo. Rest in peace to, the families and all that shit, man. Mental health is important, man. If y'all, listen, man, I don't even know what's going on in their situation, man, but if y'all know some people, we all got friends, man. Instead of riding down on them, man, when they in their time of need, or riding down on them when it's time, when they get low, you know what I'm saying? Pick them up, man. We gotta help each other, especially us in the black community, man. We gotta help each other because we don't really talk about mental health, and that's some real shit. Like, I don't even know what race I don't know what race these people is, or it don't even matter. Just mental health, man, is for real, man. Y'all gotta look out for that shit, man. Ain't it? What's up, Iceberg? Hold on. What? On this NBA shit. You at Hooters? You at Hooters Iceberg? Oh shit, nigga, give me some of the wangs, nigga. My dog, hold on, let me see. Is your camera up? No, you okay? You ain't on the cam. My dog, Ice, he at Hooters and shit, man, kicking it. He riding along. He said that shit wild, man. Y'all watch this shit on the comments, man. But yeah, that shit crazy, man. But mental health is for real, man. We gotta lift our people up, man. Hold our people up. Like if you know somebody that's down right now, like don't take advantage of their situation by beating them down further, man. Help them out if you can't even help them, but just be an ear to listen. Sometimes motherfucker that's going through shit don't want you to tell them nothing. They just want you to listen. They might be a strong person. They can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Unless they ask you for shit, sometimes they just want to listen, man. They just want somebody to listen. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we get on, man. Spread that love around, man. We ain't finna stop that shit. That shit's real.
Smiley,
What we got going on?
unable to see his granddaughter.
What you got, Ricky?
Ricky Smiley is feeling the weight of seasonal depression.
Why you can't see?
But the entertainer also has been mourning the tragic loss of his firstborn child, Brandon Smiley, since January, as well as the pain of being estranged from his son's 3-year-old daughter, Storm. Ricky wrote in an X post on October 20th ahead of a show in Columbus, Ohio. Changing of the season is triggering sadness, anger, despair, confusion, complication, hurt, irritation, pain, grief, worry, paranoia, pressure, distance, spiritual warfare. Just some of what I'm feeling. Ricky continued, I miss my son. And I keep dreaming about my granddaughter. It's tearing me apart. I miss my consistent, loving, and genuine grandparents who've gone on to be with God. No one on this earth would understand but them. The morning radio show host opened up in the past months about his fight to gain grandparents' rights to ensure he and his family continue to nurture their relationship with the 3-year-old.
That's what they need.
Atlanta Black Star with the details here.
That's crazy.
In an April Instagram Live, Ricky claimed his last time seeing Storm was at Brandon's February homegoing service. He said he made several attempts to contact the child's mother to schedule meetings and invited them both to a family Easter gathering. His requests were allegedly ignored, forcing the comic to pursue legal intervention. He also divulged that Brandon and Storm's mother shared a rocky relationship and that the aspiring entertainer also endured obstacles to gain access to his only child. You're hurting her. You're hurting her. The best thing ever happened to me was having my grandparents around and just having wonderful grandparents, said Ricky in the live session. In 4 short months, the Friday after next actor will mark a year since he laid his son to rest. 32-year-old tragically passed away in January, reportedly from fentanyl and alcohol toxicity. For years, he struggled with addiction. The milestone could also mark a year of estrangement for Ricky and Storm.
Jesus.
Damn, it's sad.
Elsewhere in this emotional post, Ricky wrote, can't even go to the cemetery to visit my grandma's grave because Brandon is buried next to her. Bad mistake on my end to do that, so I'm stuck. As far as that, just ain't going. Even though his own sorrow, Ricky wished, though, through his sorrow, he wished love and happiness to his fans, promised that he would still show up for a scheduled performance. The BET Comic View alum also has 3 other children, and for many others, he has served as a father figure. Atlanta Black Star filling in the details, Mayor. My heart breaks for him and for, if we're to believe everything that he has detailed, a little girl probably misses grandpa too.
I always like Ricky Smiley.
This is an extremely
Ricky Smiley
story because
yeah, hell yeah.
As
man.
a grandparent,
just ask
I'm not a parent or grandparent, but
just like this here, man. Like Ricky Smiley, man, I always like him because he's transparent and he real. He's always been a real comedian, a real person, a real father. Like everything he go through, like. You know what I'm saying? He's transparent. He let the public know, and we kind of go through that shit with him, kind of like being, being transparent and having empathy towards the situation. He's not the only grandparent probably caught up. It's crazy. It's like we almost kind of go through that shit. Like we feel for him if you have any kind of empathy in you.
And I think that is
it's
a touchy situation.
Shot go out to him, man. And his family, I hope they can make it through this. I hope he get to see his granddaughter again. Because that's real, like having your grandparents in your life. Like I do feel what he's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was crazy when I lost my granddad. It was real crazy. Like for me, like I took a whole another turn down there. It feel like, you know what I mean? Like the world was just turned upside down. Like things can happen. So that's why I say, man, always check on your folks, man. You never know what they're going through, man. And
Michael Blaisdell.
And above that too, check on yourself. You can do that. You can check on yourself. You can always take a step back, take a breather, evaluate shit. You know what I'm saying? Evaluate what's going on. Take a moment, whatever you want to do. If you're a praying person, take a moment, pray. You know what I mean? If you meditate, like whatever you do. You know what I mean? You smoke a blunt, whatever you want to do to get your mind right, do that shit. Like I encourage you to do that shit sometimes. That's what I call kind of checking on yourself, making sure your shit's straight, making sure you feeling all right. Hey, sometimes you got to do that when it ain't nobody to check on you. You feel me? So, and that's crazy, man. That's definitely sad, yo. So we about to keep on rolling on that. We're gonna try to see if we can lighten the mood.
We'll keep following it.
Going on.
This
Elsewhere,
is what just 10 pounds.
We ain't gonna see this nigga play with this body fat trying to sell us some bullshit, but
police department. There are family, friends, and even standing outside Warrensville Heights Police Department. There are family, friends, and even sorority sisters who all want one thing.
Justice for Amanda!
With weary hearts.
I have to live the rest of my life knowing that I wasn't there for my baby.
Amanda Williams' mother and daughter, Tyler Williams, say they're not giving up in their fight for justice during a press conference Tuesday afternoon at the Word Church.
I just want justice for my mom. Something has to happen. We don't feel safe.
Amanda Williams was killed more than 2 weeks ago after what started as a domestic violence call. Warrensville Heights police had her fiancé in custody, but he was released from jail after Warrensville Heights told News 5 in a statement that the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office determined there was insufficient evidence to charge him. Prosecutors also told us he had plans to claim self-defense, so we reached back out for an update. In a statement, they say their office received preliminary reports from police on Monday and are waiting for additional evidence. Once prosecutors believe the investigation is fully complete, they will determine how to proceed, which will likely include a presentation to the grand jury.
Let me be crystal clear that there's more to this case than you may know.
With this, Pastor R.A. Vernon, along with Williams' family, friends, and sorority sisters, went to Warrensville Heights Police Department today to present pictures and text messages of what they say is evidence in her case.
My deepest condolences for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
The life of my sister matters. And for that, we won't stop until we get justice for Amanda.
After standing outside for nearly an hour, family and friends left hopeful.
They are working on it.
That justice will be served.
They're listening to us and it's moving forward. We're happy about that. Very happy about that.
We reached out to Warrensville Heights Police Department, and at this time, they have yet to respond back to our request. In Warrensville Heights,
Justice will be served.
Remy Murray, News 5.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth it, baby.
Oklahoma bus driver arrested for holding kids hostage. Really?
Hey, wait a minute. Back up. Let's rewind. Yes, self-love is definitely the best love, man. You niggas, man, y'all really getting on my nerves with this shit, man. This I only want to say a couple things about this shit, man, and I'm gone. I'm moving past this shit. If a woman need to get you out your character, this is on two different sides. If you gotta be with a woman and you gotta defend yourself, you need not to be with that woman. Period, point blank. Because it don't matter what go down. 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna go down in your favor as a man, especially as a black man. It ain't just gonna happen. It ain't going down in your favor. They're gonna be on that woman's side, no matter if you had to defend yourself. So that's what I'm saying. Don't let it get too far. When you notice them red flags, get the fuck out the way. You like, I ain't messing with Ice tonight, y'all. He cutting up, y'all. You talk about the one with the glasses? Yeah, you talking look at you. Look at you. You a fool, boy. Nah, man. But man, if you gotta defend yourself, listen, man, you don't need to be with her. And if you on the other side, on the flip side, if you feel like you gotta put your hands on a woman, or you feel like what the fuck, nigga? Like, I don't know, like killing some, whatever the fuck y'all, listen, man. I don't get it, man. If she fucks somebody else on you, that's about the worst that could happen. Oh well, nigga, it is what it is. Move along. That shit happens. Move the fuck along. It ain't no reason to be killing a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Especially not over so, like, that's stupid. That's stupid, man. Anyway, I that shit kind of boils my blood. I don't like talking about that bullshit. That shit corny as fuck when niggas do stupid ass shit like this, man. Like, for one, man, let that wild shit stay wild, man. Don't tame that. Don't try to tame that wild shit. You know what I'm saying? And if they are wild, don't try to tame that shit. Let that shit stay wild, man. Anyway, moving on, man. Let's see about this scary ass.
Most bus drivers want to get the kids off the vehicle. Oklahoma bus driver arrested for holding children hostage while en route. Watch.
How? What?
My baby gets home in like 10 minutes.
No, you're not going to get home in 10 minutes. I don't care. You think you can get away with stuff? I run my bus a certain way. I don't care what the other bus drivers do. You obey me.
Can I get off there?
No.
You just told us to get off.
No. Be quiet. Sit down.
No, let us go.
Sit down. No. Sit down. Sit down. I don't care. Sit down. I don't care if your mom's there. Makes no difference to me. You're not going with your mom. Sit down. I don't care. Sit down.
Hey, let me off. Hey, let me off.
Sit down.
Let me off.
Sit down.
Don't touch me.
No.
Don't touch me.
No.
Don't touch me.
Sit down.
Let me off.
No.
Hey, let me off.
All of you, sit down.
I'm not sitting down. I'm not sitting down.
You're not getting off the bus. Sit down.
No. I've been here for like 40 minutes.
I don't care. I don't care. Sit down. I'm not budging. Sit down. They are not listening. I have yelling at these people.
Go.
Hey, quit driving.
Hey, quit driving.
You better quit driving my thunder. I will time your ass in. You understand me? I don't care. You better. Alright. What's your name, sir? I'm not telling you.
You need to tell me because I'm about to get your butt fired.
Get out of here.
You're getting fired.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
This is the funniest shit.
Mama, help!
Mama, help!
You can see that I don't care what parents do. If they smack the bus, I don't care. I don't care if they get violent and break windows. It makes no difference to me. I got somebody coming right now. Okay? That's the way it is. And I will win. I will win everything. Quiet.
Everybody wants to fucking win. Like, this shit is crazy. Everybody wants to win their fucking
His
agenda.
boss is going to do things his way. And he doesn't care whose mother is watching, apparently. Thomas Young, 68-year-old, was charged for holding students on the bus while driving them home. Young was taking students from Broken Arrow Public Schools home, but he was running behind. In a surveillance video obtained by multiple news outlets, including Fox 23, the driver, identified as Young, can reportedly be heard giving a warning to the middle school students. Quiet. Everybody be quiet. The driver can be heard saying in the clip, "I'm not moving until I don't hear any speaking." People magazine with the quotes. Body of the story. He then allegedly stops the bus for around 9 minutes. And during that time, kids can be heard screaming and crying for help. At one point, Young can reportedly be seen putting his arm out to stop a student from exiting the bus. Banging sounds can also be heard in the footage. "You think you can get away with stuff," Young said, per USA Today. "I run my bus a certain way. I don't care what the other bus drivers do. You obey me." After the students began leaving the bus through emergency exits, Young drove to a nearby parking lot where more students escaped, and he was confronted by police.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know why they
Broken Arrow
pop
Public
that
School
emergency
spokesperson Tara Thompson told Fox 23 it was Young's second day taking that bus route. He had arrived 30 minutes late to pick up the students. Thompson said the alleged incident was unexpected. Thompson has since confirmed to all three news outlets that Young, who held his position for about a year, has been fired from the district. Police told KJRH that the charges against Young will be forwarded to the Tulsa County District Attorney's Office. It's unclear if Young has entered a plea or retained an attorney to speak on his behalf. I'm going to go to you pretty early on this one, Ben, but I want to say this first. There are bus drivers, and then there are bus drivers of middle school students. And that's a special skill set. Second day on the route, I don't know who Mr. Young was driving previously. It's not excusing any actions like this. You're holding someone hostage, well, you're going to get charged. Indeed, Mr. Young got charged. But these, Ben, these are middle school students. They'll likely testify against him if this goes to trial.
Of course
Perhaps it
they
should.
will.
There's no deal worked out. Do you remember being a middle school student? He underestimated them, no?
Oh, that's a fact. I mean, this guy seems like pretty standard issue bus driver, but from like many decades ago. I thought we did away with this kind of bus driver. He believes that in his zone, he must be obeyed, using the language of a god or a religious leader rather than a man driving a bus. And it's an important service you provide, driving a bus. But one of the key tenets is not holding the kids hostage. I should add a question now, I guess, to the test to become a bus driver. Could you ever see yourself holding the kids hostage? Could you see yourself keeping the kids on the bus? And also, as a unrelated yet related note, maybe you don't name your middle school Broken Arrow Middle School. It just sounds like a depressing name for a school. It sounds more like a recovery home or some sort of a, even it's not even positive enough to be the name of a recovery home. Broken Arrow sounds like a halfway home on the way into a rehab. It's like you're about to be in rehab soon, but we're going to give you a quick stay at Broken Arrow to ease the transition into rehab. So the whole thing has got a very negative vibe to it. And if I were a bus driver, I promise you one thing. I would not keep kids hostage in nearly any occasion, probably no occasion.
Yeah. No, and it starts with one thing that every bus driver has to understand in 2023.
I'm only laughing so hard because I thought about the same shit. When I first heard the name of the school, I said, damn, that sounds like a fucked up school. In my head, that shit sound like a fucked up ass school, boy. You know them motherfuckers bad as fuck at Broken Arrow, boy. You nigga had to be new, boy. Hey, listen, man. Listen, man. You cannot fucking hold people's kid. I don't give a fuck. Listen, y'all motherfuckers need to stop being so always wanting to win, always wanting to have the upper say, or you got to be right like a motherfucker finna just come and jump on your side. That motherfucker thought the police was finna come and jump on his side and arrest him. And arrest them kids for talking. Like, nigga, please. They not, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here.
200 messages in 19 and a half hours.
Oh, what's going on here,
200 messages saying you're nothing, you're hopeless, will make your life a living hell. You might as well end it now. Where's our money?
Tamia Woods' pain is clear. Her son, James Timothy Woods, a 6'2" hurdler, was a popular high school senior who loved anime, chess, and video games. Now his parents are speaking at schools with a desperate warning.
You all are targets. They want your money. They want $10, they want $20, they want $100, and they don't care if you're not here.
Tamia and Tim's son's tragic death is part of an alarming trend called sextortion, targeting young boys between the ages of 10 and 18 on social media, apps, and through video games.
This is an epidemic that is running rampant.
Check them kids out.
Scammers
check them phones,
posing as young teen
games.
girls, lurking online, sliding into phones and gaming devices of unsuspecting kids.
In 2022, there are over 7,000 reported sextortion cases against children in America. In my experience, in fact, I would think that number is well over 100,000 cases that have not been reported.
At 10
Their
years
tactics,
old now,
friendly
y'all,
and flirty at first, enticing victims into sending a nude pic and then flipping the script, demanding payment under a threat they'll expose those explicit photos to the world, especially family and friends.
The goal is to ramp up that stress. That's also how they're getting a lot of young kids across the country to take their own lives.
The FBI tells ABC News more than 20 kids have died by suicide directly because of sextortion.
These people are professional con artists. Every day I told my son I loved him. And in 19 and a half hours, they convinced him otherwise. It's a mind game.
In November 2022, James died by suicide after DMing over Instagram with someone he thought was a teenage girl. The conversation eventually moved over to a video chat.
She asked him if he would like to view her unclothed. He said yes. She undressed. Then she said, okay, your turn. He did it too.
But she revealed herself to be an extortionist. She said the screen grab of James would end up online unless he paid her $6,000 with the untraceable method of gift cards. Like James, Jordan DeMay seemed to have everything going for him. A star athlete and a homecoming king in Marquette, Michigan.
Jordan was a very happy guy. He was always dancing or singing, listening to music. He had a lot of friends.
But last year, he too had a chance encounter on Instagram.
It started out with the supposed girl saying, hey, we have some friends in common.
That girl with the handle Danny Roberts enticing Jordan to send her a nude photo, then demanding money. I have screenshot all your followers and tags. You can send these nudes to everyone, and also send your nudes to your family and friends until it goes viral. All you have to do is cooperate with me, and I won't expose you. Jordan asks, how much? Danny, $1,000. Jordan, a victim of sextortion, now spiraling. I'll kill myself right now, he writes, because of you. Good, Danny replies. Do that fast. He eventually sent Danny Roberts money.
We paid him $300.
Paid him what he could. We sent another transaction for $20 or $30. That's all I have. I can't pay anymore. And they kept pushing and pushing. And they were building collages with his compromised photo with other photos of his friends and family and parents, threatening to send it out to them and keep putting the pressure on them. They never gave him a single minute to think.
And just 6 torturous hours from that first message.
He shot himself with a firearm in his bed. It was obviously total shock. I think I even said that to him when he was there. I was like, why? As soon as I called 911, I called Jennifer.
And he said, Jordan's gone. And I said, no, no, no.
Then Jordan's girlfriend Kyla started receiving menacing messages.
And I randomly happened to see a direct message on Instagram with photos. One explicit photo of Jordan, and I felt like I had to respond. Who are you? Why do you have these photos? It was a random account that looked like a teenage girl. They threatened to send these photos to my family and my friends. And I was panicked. I was terrified. Why are you doing this?
Kyla sought help. She told her parents, who went to the police.
They were able to get her phone and follow the IP address. At that point, it's a matter of officers starting to follow the breadcrumbs.
8 months later, a major break in the case.
2 of the men charged after the Jordan DeMay extortion death will make their first appearance in a U.S. courtroom.
So Danny Roberts, as we've alleged, is a fictitious name. The perpetrators in this case secured a hacked Instagram account. They found an image of an attractive young woman that they found online. They attributed it to this account, and they made up a name.
It turns out Jordan wasn't up against just one scammer, but 6 of them, all located halfway around the world in Lagos, Nigeria.
Wow, yeah. We're seeing a majority of the cases recently leading us back to Western Africa, specifically Nigeria.
Today, we are announcing the successful extradition of 2 Nigerian nationals who ran an international sextortion ring. Samuel Ogashi, age 22, and Samson Ogashi, age 20.
The Ogashi brothers have pled not guilty and are currently awaiting trial here in the U.S.
2 families are going to be destroyed because of this. There's another mother somewhere in Nigeria missing her 2 sons. And it's really unfortunate that both families are in this situation
at
because
this
of this
point, fuck
senseless
with
act
like that
and
shit.
$300.
For emotional support,
this
call or
point,
text 988.
This is my
Anonymous
thing. This is my thing. At this point, that mother whose sons is being in charge for this shit deserve that shit. This shit is crazy as hell. I want to encourage all y'all. If y'all got kids, I don't care what age they is. Check them phones, check them limits. Make sure they don't be on certain apps. I got a thing on my phone that let me know every time my child download an app or anything, man. Y'all can get that shit. Like, they got them. I'm not going to just take everything from them. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to have, they got to have phones and they got to have shit. You know what I'm saying? So, nobody's trying to take nothing from them. But please, monitor that shit. Keep them kids close. Don't just give them these fucking devices and let them go at their own risk. Like, because you see what type of shit can happen. Like, this shit crazy, man. Rest in peace, man, to them young fellas, man. And condolences to them families, man. Anyway, let's move on to this one, man. I see the beige rage in the building. Look at your boy going down for that scamming. Even the rich do it. Now it's crazy out there, y'all. What I'm telling y'all have to watch yourself, man. That scamming shit ain't no motherfucking punk, man. Trust me. Like, trust me, y'all. Y'all be careful with everything you fucking do online. companies you trust, all that shit. Do your fucking research is all I gotta say on everything.
The coldest day of the year.
DJ Envy is facing severe scrutiny recently.
When I tell you about creating generational wealth, that's what it is. I picked up, this is some of my rent. He owes me some more. His rent is picked up.
Over an alleged scheme that appears to have been exposed.
We teach people how to invest in houses. What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy.
Flippin' NJ.
This is Envy with confidant Cesar cutting videos for promotion of their business.
Cesar is Flippin' NJ is my partner in New Jersey. He owns over 1,600 units in New Jersey and all throughout the country.
Cesar was in prison before.
Cesar was in prison. Cesar was locked up, and he learned how to do real estate in prison.
Wow.
He was like, his first thing is, why are you using your money? I said, what you mean? He said, you don't use your money. You use other people's money to get these deals. And started teaching me the game of how to do it without using minimal money.
He going to jail.
Joe Budden told me it was a Ponzi scheme and I was going to go to jail.
And not only that, we're going to be giving one lucky person one of these chains. Now, these chains are simple. Whoever we give this chain to.
That's a crazy investment when you think about it, right? We're all about the home runs, grand slams. For $100 a ticket, you have a chance of making $10,000 that day. Pretty much that's what we're worth, right? Between the chain and us. That's $10,000, bro.
And leaving a trail of spots for litigators.
What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy. I got my guy Cesar right here. As you can see, this is the 3-family crib, right? We're demoing today.
The popular radio personality, DJ Envy, denying any involvement in a alleged real estate scam. Envy has not been charged, but his longtime business partner, often promoted on Envy's show with Charlamagne the God, The Breakfast Club, facing charges of swindling investors out of millions of dollars. This morning, hugely popular radio show host DJ Envy facing scrutiny.
It all starts with credit, right?
Over his connection to a business associate who was arrested by federal agents for his involvement in an alleged real estate Ponzi scheme. Cesar Piña, charged with wire fraud, was often featured on the massively successful syndicated radio show The Breakfast Club. Envy, who says he never made any money investing in real estate in the business venture, maintains his innocence and has not been charged.
I've never stole anything from anybody, and I'll just leave it at that.
Probably a wise move. Federal agents made the move to arrest Cesar, the business partner of Envy, after investors claimed they had been swindled out of millions of dollars.
How much money do I need to buy my first investment property?
It all depends, man. In what market you're in. It all depends. Tri-state area. Right now, let's say if you wanted to buy a property that's $500,000.
Cesar could be seen with the famous DJ touring properties, holding seminars, and conducting one-on-one discussions on The Breakfast Club to promote the business. Philip R. Selinger, the U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey, said Cesar defrauded investors by way of a Ponzi scheme. Selinger would put out the following statement: Piña exploited celebrity status and social media to develop a devoted following of potential victims, promising returns that were too good to be true. Piña allegedly defrauded dozens of people of millions of dollars. By way of those attending, Envy is seen arguably as the face of these seminars and spoke at length.
Because I have enough investments.
I don't investments. You don't own nothing. You don't own nothing.
These
investments. You sound smart to somebody dumb.
After these allegations came about, Envy would defend himself, saying, Cesar, if he took money, I wasn't privy to it, nor did I even know. But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money, because I gave him a lot of money that I didn't see a dollar of return. For anyone to say I was involved, that is totally not true.
You know, we really want to help the community, and that's why we do so much. So that's the reason why I want him to talk. I'm like, yo, I got to get you on stage because we can help a lot of people. Right. And we've helped so many people, not just regular people, but celebrities, athletes, executives. And when we do and we get them money, we got a bunch of people, millions of dollars. How much did you charge them, Cesar?
Nothing.
Right. And
Something's not adding up then.
NBC New York detailed how Cesar would conduct his business by taking a hold of a property, making it better, flipping it and offering a 30% return in just a few months. Alleged victims filed suits claiming they did not get their funds back from him. Cesar is also accused of swindling investors to buy into properties that made him boatloads of cash. Piña would bond out of jail at $1 million. He is not allowed to leave the state. He also pled not guilty to the charges. In addition, iHeartRadio's offices were visited by the feds.
FBI, yeah.
And they took equipment, which leads one to believe that all the stuff that they took from those offices will now be reviewed and go into their investigation of this scheme.
We go through and help them get their loans, help them refinance, pull money out, help them get cribs, and we charge them nothing. Nothing.
Envy's attorney, Massimo F. D'Angelo, has put out statements defending his client, claiming he is a victim, adding you could always have people that are engaged in business together, but then you have a bad apple that goes off and does something on his own without anyone else's knowledge. Meanwhile, the alleged victims are speaking out. Record producer Anthony Martini says the only reason he invested was because of his relationship with DJ Envy. He claims to have lost $1 million. Jose Santiago and his wife Jessica Ortiz claim to have lost $200,000. He says he saw the promos all over social media featuring Envy and, in his words, thought it was a legitimate business venture.
Wow. Wow. DJ Envy. Solomon the God. Hey, yo, man, that shit is crazy. So really, that ends today's show, man. I don't know about DJ Envy, man. That shit funny when you put all that shit together, man. All them red flags, like all that shit. Everybody tell this nigga some shit. You heard Angela. You heard Angela Yee. Angela Yee. And Charlotte McGay. Hey, you heard Angela Yee. Something ain't adding up. And that's real shit, man. So that shit crazy, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know people do end up becoming, victims of them things and them schemes and shit, man. But like at some point, like you gotta know, like you gotta take into account and be like, yo, this shit don't seem right. Like, this shit just ain't feeling right. Like, it ain't, like, this ain't, I ain't even got none of my money back. Envy should have been like, man, be careful, man, who you try to go into business with, man. Be careful, man, for real. Real shit, yo. So that really kind of ended the show, but I got like a little, I don't want to talk about Mr. and Mrs. Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead because this shit funny. I got to hear about it. Diddy's former bodyguard wanted to snuff out Will and Jada. But I got to hear this ridiculous shit, man. And y'all going to listen to it with me. Y'all hostage, nigga.
Yeah, Will Smith. According to the reports, there was a time that P. Diddy was going to snuff Will Smith and Jada because they both decided to hit on Lisa Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez,
while
not Lisa
Diddy was
Lopez.
with Lisa. I know this is all convoluted and interesting as hell. All right, put up the picture full mass. So more people are actually jumping on this Jada and Will bandwagon.
That's so funny.
P. Diddy's former bodyguard says she and Will Smith tried to steal. I mean, damn. Jennifer Lopez can be stolen. Had no idea. But according to him, they tried to steal Jennifer Lopez from Diddy during their, well, let's just say entanglement. Here's the video.
Tell me the story about how Puffy wanted to fight Will Smith over Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, man.
This goofy nigga.
We were at a birthday party that I think
either Matt Damon was giving for Ben Affleck. It was just a little gathering. It was at the Four Seasons. Will Smith and his sister and her husband, we were all sitting on this side of the room. Matt Damon,
Nigga said Matt Damon.
Ben
You know he from the
Affleck,
hood.
Jennifer Lopez, Puff,
Affleck.
Will Smith, and Jada, and it was sitting on the other side of the room. So I know Puff so well that he stood up. When he stood up, he walked and did his own some kind of way, like, and then he went like this, you know, like that. I went over towards him. I know to go over there towards him. So I go over towards him, and he said to me, he said, yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close, because I'm going to snuff him.
That nigga's child's face.
Let's put the picture up of the happy couple at that time. So, first of all, this must be a very deep thing, because before the former bodyguard answered the question, he had to take his hat off. Did you see that move?
Mm-hmm.
That's a serious, when a man takes his hat off before providing an answer to a question, this is a tough thing. See that right there? Look at that. Okay? It's going to be hard to do. I have no idea why the bodyguard has decided to talk about this stuff openly. Maybe there's an agreement in place with the agency that is providing the content for us today. Big ups to them for doing so. So this is a hell of a story. Now, there's already a narrative out here that says Puff Daddy paid $1 million to have Tupac murdered. Okay?
I know, man.
Obviously,
me too. You
that's
know I'm tired of it, but I ain't
Puff.
talking about the pink.
Because if it was,
more
he'll be in
about the
prison.
bodyguard. It's funny as hell.
And these
I
things are
just had
starting
see
to
this
add
shit.
up
Jada
in a
Pop,
narrative
I cried.
that if Oprah does a movie about P. Diddy, it's over. Done. Sean Diddy Combs and Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, were an item right before the turn of the millennium. It was a big deal. They met on the music video set of J-Lo's song, If You Had My Love, and started dating soon thereafter. So December 1999, the duo, they were arrested together after running from a shooting that took place at a New York nightclub. J-Lo's charges were dropped after her release, but Diddy was hit with bribery. He was hit with gun possession. He was later acquitted. And the pair continued to be seen together at award shows in 2000. They broke up in 2001. And the In Living Color Dancer alluded to Diddy being unfaithful during their relationship. During their 2-year stint as a couple, Diddy allegedly had to fight off some potential suitors, according to his former bodyguard. 2 of those suitors were actually Jada and Will. Gene Deal claims that he joined his former boss Diddy at a birthday party. Actor Matt Damon threw for Ben Affleck when the incident occurred. Deal described it as a little get-together at the Four Seasons with a few Hollywood A-listers.
Yeah, that shit funny as hell, man. You know I'm done talking about them motherfuckers too. I just had to see that shit because that was something new that had popped up about it, and it was kind of off subject of all the other things. It was just funny because Diddy was involved, man. Just a little funny little something, man, to show off with, man. So, man, I like always, man, I definitely want to thank y'all for stopping through, for coming out. Ice, I see you over there, man. You know, good looking for tuning in, man. Already, my nigga, man. My nigga been holding it down, man, and tapping in and shit. But shit, you already know what it is, man. I'm gonna get at y'all, man. You already know, like we say, man, go tell somebody you love them. Go check on your folks, man. Spread that positivity and love, man. And we out of here, man. Peace.